So is refinancing right for you?
I might say
Thanks,
what
Ryan.
is refinancing first,
Okay.
and then we can go over that whole
Don't
thing.
forget my name.
Totes. What's going on, guys? This is Ryan.
No, you forgot your name.
Who am I?
And this is Taylor.
There it is.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
What's going on, guys? This is Ryan.
And this is your bro Taylor.
And today's video, we're going to be talking about refinancing and whether or not it could be a good financial decision for you. Now, referring to refinancing, if you don't know what that is, it's basically just redoing your mortgage to hopefully get better terms and hopefully lower your monthly payment.
According to Freddie Mac, the average 30-year mortgage just a year ago was 7.1%. So you can already see us being at 6.25%, and a lot of speculation around the Fed cutting rates further could be a big deal. A lot of savings because that rate is much lower in today's time.
Yeah. And you may be thinking, well, it's not even a full percent change. That's drastic when you look at today's home prices and
Talking
what
about half a
that'll do.
million dollars.
Yeah, what that'll do to your monthly payment. It's actually quite big. And just to show what we're talking about, we're going to dive right into an example real quick. Refinancing a $300,000 loan from that 7.1% we mentioned earlier to, let's say, 3.5%, that can save you over $600 a month. And, every month for the next, let's say you
30
still have,
years.
25 years left on your 30-year mortgage, that's still an astronomical amount of money that you just saved with a refinancing.
So yeah, lowering your monthly payment is just, or the interest rate dropping is just one reason to refinance your home. Maybe you want to pay off medical debt, so you do a cash out refinance and you pull cash out or equity out of your home. Maybe your credit score when you first applied for a loan was absolutely terrible,
Yeah.
and now you've been working and working, and that credit score is an 820 now, and you're like, I'm gonna go get the best rate I can. Maybe that's a new reason, which would still be an interest rate thing, but still. So there's many different reasons you might want to finance, but interest rates dropping, being all over the headlines, we thought was a great reason to bring this up.
So hopefully you're aware of what your current monthly payments are, and there are plenty of online calculators to kind of give you a good idea of whether or not refinancing works. You'll just type in all the kind of variables like what interest rate you think you'll get. Maybe you've talked to your lender to see what kind of rates you'd be able to get if you did refinance, and you're able to see, wow, I'm going to save $300 a month. That makes it worth it to me. Or maybe
Yeah.
I'm only saving $50 a month. I'm going to hold off and wait for rates to drop a little lower, or maybe for my credit to get back up so I can get a better rate, because it's all about kind of looking at what your break even point is. Say you're only saving that $50 a month. It's going to take you a long time
Mhm.
after the closing costs and everything that goes into refinancing for it to have become worth it and for you to even break even on that deal, so to say. For example, if refinancing cost you $5,000 out of pocket, but you save $250 a month, your break even point is 20 months. And after that, you're going to be saving money.
So yeah, type in Google or whatever searching you use, mortgage calculator, refinance calculator, anything like that, and you'll get a good idea. Refinance calculator will probably ask you for your current payment, just so it'll basically compare it in the end for you.
Yeah.
And then you'll just need to know how much you pay in taxes, how much you pay in insurance, and the interest rate. And you can type in average 30-year interest rate, and you're going to get a lot of good numbers. And
Yeah.
it's going to say 6.25, it's going to say 5.7, whatever it is. I wouldn't go with the best. I'd go with the average
Yeah.
if you could. Just be a little more conservative. And then when it comes to closing cost or the cost to refinance, you're typically looking at 2 to 5% of the loan. Based on the example we just used, your break even point, 20 months. To me, 20 months isn't bad on
Mm-mm.
30 years or 25 years. But if
Yeah.
you're looking at 12 years, you're really going to have to sit back and think about it, because huge warning, I'm going to say it right here again, warning, if you think you're going to move in earlier than that time, then you really didn't win.
Yeah.
You paid more than you ended up saving. So you got to be careful about that. If your break even point's way down the road and you know you're naturally just a person that moves, you're currently looking for a job in that moment, I
Mm-hmm.
probably wouldn't refinance, because you're going to pay all this money up front to then not ever get the return.
Yeah, and a little side note, a lot of lenders actually will help you cover some of these closing costs. So
Sure.
look into that. You may not even be aware that the lender you currently have your mortgage with will offer to cover some or possibly all of your closing costs to refinance.
I got something in the mail literally today that said, since you already have an account with our bank, if you apply for a mortgage and go with us for the new mortgage, then we will pay for $500 or $1,000 towards closing.
Mm.
So what exactly do you need to do, or what are the steps to refinance? First, you're going to want to research lenders, shop around, look for the best rates, the best terms, look at reviews for sure. Make sure there's someone very honest you can go with. Two, you're going to want to start preparing your documents. Gather all the paperwork, such as pay stubs, tax returns, bank statements, all of that jazz, like you would for a mortgage. Three, you're going to apply for the loan. So you're going to submit the application and you're going to wait for approval. Usually nowadays it goes pretty quick. It's a few days max. Then you'll be blown up constantly on the phone.
Yeah.
And four, you're going to close on a loan. You're going to review, you're going to sign on the closing documents, and that's pretty much it. It's way more detailed in between that, but that's the quick steps. There's not a whole lot to it. It's simple. It's just very time consuming.
So yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into whether or not this is the right decision for you. Take me, for example. I do plan on refinancing my home at some point, but I'm waiting for rates to drop just a little bit more for that savings to be, just a little bit greater of a margin. Now, you may have gotten your loan like at 8% or something. Let's say you did that. Now you're able to get it at 6.25. It may be worth go ahead and refinancing now. It's not really our place to say because there are so many variables that do go into this. Maybe your credit's worse now and you'd actually be worse off. So like we mentioned, all those topics, they all come into play.
Always talk to a financial advisor. Always work with a lender. If you have a friend that's a lender, it's great to ask them questions, kind of, I guess, since you already have that friendship relationship, you can just say, hey, this is my situation. Otherwise, you can just call up a lender. Hey, I'm not sure if I want to work with you guys. I have a few questions, and just see how you feel about them, and maybe tell them, hey, my credit's a little worse than it used to be. Was it a 700? Now it's a 600. How will that affect me? And you can really get some details. Usually they want your business, so they're going to keep talking to you as long as they can and try and push you to put in an application.
Yeah, but don't always take the first one.
No, definitely not. Yeah, search around, check rates. Again, this is going to be a quick business relationship with them,
Yeah.
and all they want is you to hurry up and get through it. But just make sure you take it slow. Do what you need to. Talk to who you need to. Ask as many questions you need. It's a big purchase, pretty much your biggest purchase. So.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching this video. As always, please like this video, subscribe, send it to a friend that you think is applying or should refinance or thinks about refinancing. Hopefully this will be some good information for them. As always, this is something we're looking into right now. So this is something we thought we're already doing the research. We might as well put it out there for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.